students, very good morning to all of you. And we are ready with our session. And today we have with us Mr. Raghuveer Sharan, IBDP teacher from Jakarta. Okay, and we both carry on with this session. And listen me carefully. This session will be a friendly one. We will talk about little bit of mathematics, but most of fun and motivation. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely, Mr. Sanjeev. I agree with you.
Okay. And we will take your questions, your queries, your messages one by one. But first of all, on behalf of all the students, I welcome my friend Raghuveer Sharanji. And sir, opening remarks from you. And
Thank you
please
so much.
tell our students something about you and your school organization.
Yes. First of all, thank you, Mr. Sanjeev, for inviting me in such a beautiful, platform. I'm really feeling very uplifted and motivated. As you know, my name is Raghuveer Sharan. I'm working here in Gandhi Memorial Intercontinental School since 2014. That is an IB school. Many of you might be knowing about IB Board, International Baccalaureate. And I have done my complete education from India, Punjab, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. And I'm very happy and excited to interact with you all. And I believe this is my first session interacting with students like you who are, so much enthusiastic, energetic and willing to take on their dreams in life. So thank you so much once again, Mr. Sanjeev.
Thank you, sir, and thank you to spare us some time for my students. And I am taking students online. But first question comes from students, Rakhi. She wants to know that, sir, do you love math?
See, in life, if you want to do anything, first thing is you start loving, anything, whatever you want in your life. It's not only about mathematics, that anything you want to achieve in life, start loving. The things will start working for you. That passion will come. The system, bodily system will support you. And if you do something out of love, out of compassion, so you will have to spend more energy, more effort to make that happen. So I think at some point of time, I do love mathematics. Yeah.
That's nice. And sir, what is the difference between Ivy League schools and Indian system? Because you belong both system. What is the
Yes.
major difference?
Actually, I have been I have taken my complete education, as you know, from Punjab School Education Board, CBSE, and Guru Nanak Dev University, Punjab University. Now I'm teaching in an in an international board, IBDP, as a mathematics teacher.
Between,
The major difference is in teaching approach, assessment approach, and delivery approach. Like our system, I would say that we focus more on theoretical, knowledge. Here, our more focus is on applying that knowledge in real life and then making students to understand with real life applications. So I feel content wise, there is no much difference. Anybody can come and teach, but you have to dwell or deliver the, according to the requirement of the environment. So here the big difference is in methodology, in the way of assessment, and in the way of delivery, so that students can apply that knowledge, mathematical knowledge, in their real life also.
Okay, and sir, before I start taking students, one student, Prerna, wants to ask a question. Yes, Prerna. Yes, Prerna, unmute yourself.
Yes.
Prerna written, how to improve my mathematics. He said, what is the best way to improve my mathematics?
You know, first of all, maintain a healthy smile on your face. Very important. So if you are maintaining smile on your face, it will definitely relax your body and mind, and you will be able to focus more. And be in present moment. Number two. Number one, maintain smile. Number two, be in the present moment. And number three, you realize that you only yourself have to do it. Your teachers and parents are just a sport for you. Books are sport for you. Internet is sport for you. The moment you realize this, that yes, I have to do it, I have to revise with my understanding, the things will start working. And you know, mathematics without revision anywhere in any part of the world, even if you are teaching here in IBDP or CBSE or anywhere, mathematics is all about revision with understanding. But at the same time, your health should be kept in mind also. Maintain healthy, lifestyle. Maintain, keep smiling and keep making efforts consistently.
And many students ask me, sir, right now writing messages in our message box, and they think they are most of the questions about geometry.
Okay.
Students are asking me, sir, please ask how sir teach geometry there, triangle,
now,
quadrilateral, and that's all in 8th to 10th class.
See, before the COVID, if we compare, if we think of, the things were different. But after the COVID, if we think of our teaching and learning process without the use of technology, I think it will seem like a very difficult and very challenging process. Now we have many tools, many, YouTube live demonstrations. We have like, technological, online books. Like we are using Cognitive online textbook in which we show them like in a 3D space that how we can mark the points, how we can measure the distance, where we can identify the right angle triangle. So the technological involvement, there is another many free softwares like GeoGebra, Desmos, which you can use to understand, and apply in understanding the geometrical shapes and, in solving the questions. And here what we do is in classroom also we have one activity which is prescribed by the IB, that's known as toolkit. So in mathematics, we have to spend like almost 20 to 30 hours in a year in developing the toolkit. So what is toolkit? For us, toolkit is not that we are having tools in our bag and we are to give students and go and do something. No, they will be asked to go around the school and see wherever you find the mathematics, take the pictures and bring in and try to develop the equations or try to model the situation and then see what mathematical context you are able to understand. So in geometry also same thing you people can also do. First, try to understand the geometrical shape or geometrical whatever question or topic you are dealing, and then you can easily handle those questions related to geometry also.
And Raghu sir, students always eager to know about, sir, what is the benefit? Because in India we are just studying. First, our first goal is to get some suitable job, or what is the benefit from that particular subject. One student, Jatin, I think he is from Bathinda. He's writing, sir, ask the question, what is the benefit of studying mathematics?
Oh yeah, that I also used to ask when I was a child, but I now realize that it is the most good thing happened to me in my life, that I studied mathematics and I am able to make my dreams come true. Small dreams. See, if we look at what are the benefits, first benefit is you cannot escape, isn't it? There's no branch anywhere in any part of the world where mathematics is not applied, isn't it? There is no branch, there's no job where you will go and face the competition and you will get through without facing mathematics. Small bit, or in engineering or in other branches, there is a huge use of mathematics. So first thing is you realize this. The second thing is it is not that if you always that you will get some benefit out of it only then you will do it. So you have to realize what is good and what is bad for you. What do you want for yourself in your life? That is in your hands. If you want things to happen the way you want, then you have to go through the process. You have to go through the system and not to waste the time in thinking that, oh, I should think that if I eat food, whether it is beneficial or not. You should think like that. So mathematics is like that. So when we eat food, what benefits do we get? So you will get benefits if you work hard and if you work smartly. That is the byproduct of mathematics. Not only mathematics, if you want to be smart, if you want to, I know that getting marks and in the report cards, they are just the marks. They cannot determine that how skillful you are. But as a part of the system, you have to go through that, isn't it? Is there any other route that you don't study mathematics and you can become IAS or IPS, or you can become doctor or engineer or politician, or even if you have to become smart politician, you should have basic knowledge of mathematics. Even if you want to do agriculture, you should have some basic knowledge of mathematics. Even if you do any job, any business, if you do not have that level of understanding, life will be a mess. I think like that.
And now 2-3 questions popping on my screen. And one is, sir, do you teach trigonometry with Pandit Badri Prasad or some other things?
We do not have any Pandit Badri Prasad. I do agree. But we have so many softwares here. Like when I teach in my class, suppose I'm teaching anything related to cube. So I will ask them to look at this room where we see generally they are cuboid or cube, and we give
students
them the
ask,
shape.
sir, when you teach sine cos theta, do you start with Pandit Badri Prasad or do you use some other tricks?
We do not use Badri Prasad, what you're saying, Badri Prasad, but we, there is one, sometimes we know that in first quadrant, sine is positive, in first quadrant, all are positive, in second, sine is positive, in third, cosine, tangent is positive, and in fourth, cosine. So we have developed all silly turtles crawl. So A, S, C, like that. Acronyms we can use so that students can remember for a long time. So we apply everywhere. We apply different tricks to memorize some, because it's not that we should not memorize. Memory is also required. Some things you have to memorize also. But in our board, we provide formula booklet to the students. They do not have to remember all the formulas. Just the basic formula which you have learned in grade 6, 7, 8, they need to memorize. But the major formula, like let's say distance formula, volume, or maybe in statistics, some formulas of probability, independent, they all booklet will be provided to them. And
during exam?
Yes, we give them a booklet. So in the booklet, because before the exam, that booklet comes from the examination office, making sure that nothing is written in that booklet and they should not be able to exchange the booklet. And here there is a very beautiful culture. We in our school, we have a very big hall. We put the cameras on the inside the hall, and there is like I think 10 to 12 teachers who are supervising, and students are also very, very wise. They generally do not try to copy also. Very rare case. And we like that. We appreciate that.
Okay, means the major change is you are providing the booklets, formula booklet to the students for that use.
Yes, it's not that. It's not from the school. It is from the board only. Everywhere in all parts of the world, IB has, I think, more many schools all over the world. Not only here, everywhere in the world. So the same, that is the assessment is divided into 2 zones. One is time zone 0, one is time zone 2, and one is time zone 1. Time zone 0 is for all the people who are living in America. Time zone 2 is for Asian people, like the other parts. And time zone 1 is for special category, those who are new schools or something like that. So the system and the paper pattern and the syllabus and the content wise is followed throughout the same.
Okay. Yes, Devananda. But you can unmute yourself and carry on with your question after your name and city.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's better if they type in your
chat. It's better if they can type. But if you want to ask a live question,
I would say you should turn on your cameras, and I want to see your faces, whether you're smiling or just thinking something. Turn on your
It is-
cameras and show
Ah.
your face and show me a big
Naveen,
smile. I will be
yes.
very happy
Very
that
good.
I have given smile to someone, everyone. Turn on your camera. Don't feel what others will say. You know, other people do not have even few seconds to think about you, but we think more than ourselves about others. That what will they say? Don't think like that. Okay, smile.
Okay, very good. That's great.
Only few.
Yes,
Okay.
Arya.
Anyway,
Carry on with. Okay, don't feel shy. You are writing so many questions here, but you can ask directly. Okay, don't feel shy. Whatever comes in your mind, comparison or some tricks or some mathematics. One question. This is the common question. I am weak in mathematics.
see, Mr. Sanjeev, as you are very experienced, you know that. I always tell my students, if you are weak, that is, you decide, you declare that you are weak. That's why you are weak. The moment you declare yourself that I'm going to do this, and definitely a transformation will happen in yourself. That is only because we do not apply our energies and we do not channelize ourselves what we want to achieve in life. And we excuse that, oh, I'm weak in mathematics. I tell you, I was also very weak in mathematics. During my grade 9, 10, I used to study less. But when I go to college, school, university, I top the university in mathematics. I got a scholarship in mathematics. I realized, I compared, I always compare also, now also. I found that I was not studying during my 9th and 10th. I was spending only few hours. But when I went to my college, I started studying more than 12 hours smartly. So I got university position. So the same thing is applicable on you all also. Whatever has happened, this moment you decide that I am going to study every day 4 to 5 hours for mathematics, revising past papers smartly or covering those topics which you feel that you are not able to understand. So I tell you, promise you that the transformation will happen. You will start enjoying mathematics. And sometimes what happens is we keep studying, but we do not celebrate. I generally tell to my students, celebrate those small achievements. For you or for me, maybe that particular question which you are solving was a big achievement. So you celebrate wherever you are sitting, enjoy that moment, and then move on forward. In that way, you can relax also, and your outcome productivity will be far better. Yeah.
And Raghuveer sir, two, three questions are straight away about notes. The importance of notes in mathematics.
Okay.
Self-made notes.
Yeah, see, it's good, always good, because nowadays we have so much technology, online information is available on the internet. But if you're just copying on what is going on, the same thing what the teacher is delivering, which is there in the book, and I am saying that is there already, that is of no use. If you are copying it with understanding, yes, okay, the teacher is saying, he said the question and I will solve by myself, and then I match my workings with the teacher's working. And then I found what is wrong or right in that, in any of the steps. Then that notes can make a difference. But if you are supposed just going to school, making notes, coming back again studying, that is a double work. That's not a smart work. That is just a hard work, or maybe more than harder than hard work. So being smart, hard and smart work, I would say, if you are making notes, make sure that you have understood what teacher has written on the board or what teacher has said. Then that notes will be more beneficial in this competitive world. Yes, during the old days when people were not having resources, it used to be of good use or good help. But nowadays, you in a one click you can take on any information from the Google or internet. So where is the use of point of this? Yes, there should be some points, new points. Teachers are saying new topics. You should make notes, but it's not with that just you keep writing and you don't understand what teacher is saying. That should not be there.
Okay, Shivang, are you able to unmute?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I wanted to ask how can we maintain a timetable in our studies if our weak points are in our some subjects and some major points in our some subjects?
Shivang, your city, please. Sir, are you getting the question?
Yes, he's saying if I have some weak points in some subjects and good points or strengths in some subjects, how to maintain a schedule, right? That's what
Yeah.
is your question. Yes,
Yes,
it's
Shivang.
very
Yes, sir.
simple.
To my team.
Oh, you see, I am so happy. You should celebrate this thing that you know that you are weak in something and you're strong in something. That is a big achievement. And you know that you are wrong, you are strong in some subject. You give some little less time to that subject. Maybe you focus more on that subject in the school and finish that in the school only. That you do not need to study back at home and focus more on the weak subjects, isn't
Okay.
it?
Now questions are coming. Yes, Visakha, your city and your name first.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, myself Vishakha from Bihar.
Which grade you are in, Vishakha?
Sir, class 10th.
Okay, yeah, tell me. Go ahead with your question.
Sir, my question is, in class 10th, how many times you studied math?
How many times?
Yeah.
मतलब, how much time you spend when you are in 10th class?
Oh, for me, oh my God, that is a very tricky question. I already told in grade 10, I was spending very less time on mathematics, especially on my studies. So, from my experience, I tell you, first of all, you should know that what you want in your life. You know, hard work never goes in vain. And you declare within yourself that I want to become doctor or engineer specifically. So not that your goal should be open, specifically that I want this thing for myself in my life. And you should know that what is the route for getting there. You should know that where you are and where you have to go. Then you will definitely come to know that how much time and you should know your strengths and weaknesses on the subjects. And you spend more time on those areas where you find that you are weak. And sometimes, you know what happens? Students say, oh, that person is very intelligent. I'm not. I would say we are equally given, gifted by the God. Those skills, everybody has some unique skills. And the person who's you think is very intelligent, then you ask him, how many hours does he spend? If he's spending 4 hours, you spend 8 hours, and you will become better than him. I guarantee you. But you have to declare within yourself, with your heart and soul approach, what do you want yourself in your life. Like sometimes we do not declare, we do not know what we want. Like that type of people are like I would say ship in the sea without sailor. Ship will sail anywhere on any coast, wherever the winds will take, and they will feel contented. No, if you want life of your style, you want something of your choice, then choice is yours, that how much hard work is required and smart work is required, that you should go for it with your heart and soul approach. And nobody can challenge your hard and smart work. Anything is possible, I would say. Anything, whatever you decide for yourself, anything is possible. But you have to channelize your energies and yourself towards that goal, what you have declared with your heart and soul approach.
And sir, many students want to know about the system. What is the major difference between your students and Indian students? Because you study in India and now you are teaching in other country.
Okay, I will share.
And specifically, one student said me, sir, वहाँ भी कोई सजा देते हैं?
अरे बाप सजा का नाम भी नहीं लेता यहाँ पे भाई कोई आज के जमाने में. I think nowadays even in India, sorry, I believe that so much transformation has happened that nobody is allowed to give any kind of punishment. Punishment is, we cannot look into the student's eyes that why you have not done your homework. We are so flexible. We only can motivate them. Here the system is entirely different. We only can motivate them. We are very open and we talk to each other. We discuss the things, we only motivate them, guide them. If they have not done, at the most we can inform their parents. And still, if parents also are like that, they say, teacher, you do whatever you want to do. But here we are not allowed to give any kind of punishment. Corporal punishment is far away, but even with words also we cannot say anything.
Even in India now,
Yeah.
corporal or any type
Yeah.
of punishment is
Yeah.
not permissible.
Yeah.
And
So yes, because why? Because the moment the teacher is able to motivate his children and children start realizing what is good or bad for them, teacher's job or parents' job is done over there, and your life is also in your hands. You know what quality of life you want. It should not be dependent on more on your teacher or parents, I would say. You should realize at this age that what you want for yourself in your life. It's not that parents who are going to benefit. They have done the best thing, that they have shown us this planet, isn't it? The rest is in our hands, how we use available resources, their guidance, teachers, and everything.
and major difference between Indian and your students.
Oh, like as I told, we here are very open, you know. So students are open to ask any kind of questions which they are facing when we teach, you know, and we do not give any.
Specifically in mathematics.
If I say
And
in mathematics,
2-3 questions are there. And someone said, are they intelligent from Indian students?
see everywhere. Okay, I will tell you one thing. In every class, one teacher teaches, you know, somewhere 20 students, somewhere 30 students. Even in India, even USA, UK, everywhere, out of 20 students, do you think only 2 or 3 students get 100 or they excel in mathematics or in physics or in something? Why? The same thing is here also. In 20 students, you will find 4, 5, 6 students very, very intelligent, very, very creative. Why? Because those students are able to focus more and realize more and work hard and smart. Everywhere I told you, mathematics is all about how well you revise, how well you independently solve questions with the understanding. That will make a difference, isn't it?
Yes.
And as sir was asking about the system, his system in IB system, as in mathematics, we have 2 kinds of mathematics. One is totally based on technology, and where the students were like in after graduating from grade 12, they will go to the universities directly and they will study medicine and art and all that based on technology. They're allowed to use a graphics display calculator with the help of which they will be able to answer the questions and analyze and interpret. And one is pure mathematics. In that also, we are allowed to use calculus. We are allowed to use GDC, I mean graphics display calculator, but not completely. There are 2 papers. One we can use, in second we cannot use. So both ways, those who want to go for engineering or some other areas where there is a huge use of mathematics, they go for the pure kind of mathematics. And in both the mathematics, there are like one is of little lower level, one is of higher level. So like that is the difference.
And as in India, yes, first of all, I will take some students. Mokshita. Yes, Vachi. Unmute
Yes, sir.
yourself.
Yes, sir. So, is in abroad they are making the notebooks as we do? Is the copy work or no?
Yes, it is everywhere. Not only in Indonesia or
And
Jakarta.
the funny one is that simultaneously with this question, students are making notebooks and covering them with some good photos.
Oh yes, not lot of funny students also, like we have. The same kind of students are there everywhere. They make notebooks very very nicely. They're, you know, with colored pens and pencils and diagrams and page numbers, and we recommend them to make their, you know, index also, and topic wise they make notes. They do homework like that. Yes, and they cover with the, you know, funny pictures of their style also. Yes.
And craze about mathematics is like Indian, that in India, everybody wants to read mathematics and excel in mathematics, whether they are eligible or not. But parents are also constantly forcing children to be in mathematics, good in mathematics.
See here, parents do not interfere much. Students, that is totally given, you know, students' choice. They are sure about, you know, what they're going to do after 9th or 10th. So their curriculum is like that. In grade 11, when they go to grade 11, we are given 6 streams. Out of 6 streams, they will have to choose 5 compulsory subjects and 1, out of these 6. So 6 papers. They will choose according to what major they have to study in the university.
Not like medical and non-medical.
Not like
In
medical
India.
and non-medical. So what is required in the university, they will choose in grade 11. So their path, what they want to be in life, they want to be doctor, engineer, is decided in grade 11 itself, or in fact grade 9 and 10.
Okay.